Hey guys, I'm back again with another video. I know it's been a while, but I decided to make another video because I don't know, I felt like it. I'm smoking some buttered rum. I think it's Lane buttered rum pipe tobacco, and I got my Tuesday beer with me because it's the one night that I don't have anything going on. So sometimes I'll have a beer too after work on Tuesdays. So today I wanted to talk about being a coward, because I feel like I am a coward a lot of the times. I felt that way probably ever since I was a child. I felt like a coward. I've always been scared. I mean, as a kid I was scared of normal stuff, but I was also always very anxious and very worried about everything. I always have been, still am. I deal with a lot of worry and anxiety, and I guess a lack of trust in God in a way. But I've always felt like a coward. I've always been kind of ashamed of it, you know. I've always been ashamed of being scared of things. The weird thing is I'm usually not very scared of like monsters. Well, obviously now I'm not. When I was a child I wasn't too scared of like monsters or anything. I've always been kind of scared of, or like going somewhere dangerous and having dangerous people be there. I've never really been scared of that. It's always been like interpersonal stuff that scares me. Like, I don't like it when people are upset at each other. I don't like it when people are upset at me. I don't like it when I have relationship problems with anybody. I don't even like it when I'm somewhere and two people I don't know there's tension. Like, I don't like any of that. And I've always been, you know, kind of cowardly about that stuff. So I've always felt kind of ashamed about it. And I've had stuff going on in my life recently. I don't want to get into it because it's kind of personal, but I may have talked about it before. I really don't remember, where certain people have problems with me. It's not really my fault. Well, it's not my fault at all, actually. But still, I have to deal with it. And I feel helpless because I feel like everything I do, and this applies to a lot of aspects of my life. My pipe went out. I was talking too much. Wrong lighter. I think I just spilled ash into my beer as well, which is unfortunate. Where the heck did I put that lighter? Oh, here it is. Sorry. There we go. Let me try this. All right, anyway. Where was I? I feel like every decision I make is the wrong one. I'm very critical of my own decisions, and that leads to indecision sometimes. But usually, well, sometimes I decide to do the thing that is more comfortable, and I feel awful after that. But in reality, the other decision makes me feel just as bad, because I have really bad anxiety and I worry about it a lot. And like, if I have something later in the day or something, the entire day beforehand will be like a long anxiety attack, and it's like really, really stressful, and it's really hard to deal with. But other times I make the right decision and do the hard thing, and I'm always glad about it after the fact. Every time I do the hard thing, I'm glad I did the hard thing, and I always feel really good after it. So, you know, there's a lesson in there. Do the hard thing, do the thing that makes you uncomfortable, because it's worth it, and that's what you should do. You should trust in God and trust that he has you and not be worried. But I've always been envious of other guys, because I have, you know, obviously a lack of self-confidence to some degree, and I've always kind of, I mean, the grass is always greener, but I've always kind of envied guys that, like, never think they did the wrong thing. Like, you know, I mean, I know it's a fault in a lot of men. A lot of times it's a fault. They'll be like, oh, you know, they'll do something and they obviously did the wrong thing, but they'll still like make excuses, and obviously that's not a good thing. But in a weird way I sort of envy it, because every decision I make I feel like is wrong, and I always feel like I do the wrong thing. So it's kind of nice or refreshing to see guys who just kind of barrel through life and are just like, well, I made this decision and I'm going to deal with it, and it was not the wrong decision, etc., etc. Now, I know that's very naive and I probably shouldn't feel that way, but sometimes I do. I feel envious of that. What I really should want is a healthy balance where I can admit when I do something wrong, but then when I don't do something wrong, I can admit that it was okay. And if me not doing something wrong leads to someone not liking me, I can't help that. Like I discussed in a previous video, like you can't change others' opinions on you. If you don't do anything wrong and you're doing what you think is right and someone doesn't like that, you can't help that. That's completely out of your control. So that's what I really need to learn, I think. And I think I need to trust in God more, obviously. It's hard though, because sometimes God wants you to go through the hard parts, and that can be very difficult. It doesn't always take the easy route, which we don't like very much. We wish we could take the easy routes a lot, but we can't. That's how it is. This pipe is very dirty. Ignore that. I haven't cleaned it in a long time, but ignore that. This was the first pipe I ever got. I think I was like 17. Anyway, so I think I really need to trust God more and just make the hard decisions. Again, the problem I have is the worst thing for me is like when I have two decisions in front of me and one, it's hard, but doesn't really make sense. And the other one is easy, but does make sense. So I choose the one that makes sense, but then because it was the easy route, I feel bad about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think of an example. I can't think of an example, but sometimes the easy route is the best one. Not always, but sometimes. But then I always just feel like, oh, was I just, oh shoot. Okay, I don't think it stopped recording. I'm just like, oh, did I do the right thing? Oh, I should have been a man. I should have blah, blah, blah. Because a lot of times, to be honest, it's gotten a lot better, but for some of my earlier teenage years, my sense of masculinity was kind of fragile because I felt like a coward a lot. And, I wouldn't be able to, I'm a people pleaser. I want people to like me. If I would kind of fake opinions, or I would kind of, be a chameleon, so to speak. And, I kind of envy guys who can just be straight up and like, you might not like them, but you at least respect them. I'd rather be respected than liked sometimes, not always, but, I think all men want to be respected. Most out of almost anything is they want to be respected, and I feel like I want to be respected, but that's kind of hard when you're just like a doormat. Like nobody respects a doormat. Even if they don't like you, they might respect you, and that's very hard for me because I want people to like me and respect me, but sometimes you don't have the option for the two. Sometimes you don't have the option for both. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if anyone likes you or respects you. You have to do what's right. You have to do what's right, and you have to do what you think is right. And if you do that and people don't like you and people don't respect you, that is their problem. It has nothing to do with you. If you do the right thing, or if you do a neutral thing that is neither right or wrong, it's just a thing, and someone doesn't like that, that is not your problem. You cannot control that at all. It has nothing to do with you, and you can't let it bother you. I'm saying all this like I don't, but I do all the things I just told you not to do. Which is, I guess I'm speaking to myself more than anyone else, to be honest. But like I said, I think the solution is to trust in God more. I think I'm going to start praying more. I've been, I'll talk about this in a different video, but I've been doing a lot more things to improve my life recently. I've been a lot more busy, and there's the whole thing, but I'll get into that. Maybe I'll do a video tomorrow, I'm not sure, but I'll do another video soon going over that stuff. But it's okay. It'll be okay. I hate just talking Well, I don't think I've just talked about bad stuff. Sometimes I find the urge to make these videos when I just want to rant, because I just want to vent and no one really sees it anyway, so it's kind of nice just to yell into the void. That's why I kind of ramble. I don't even really have a script when I start these videos. I just have a general idea and then I see where it goes. But I would like to worry about what other people think of me less, in a good way, not in like a macho, I'm gonna be annoying and not care what people think of me. Like, that's just stupid. That's just like, that's annoying. That's just being immature. If you're just annoying and bothering people but you don't care, that's just immature. That's childish. That's not manly. But I want to have the good type of not caring what people think, where I just do the right thing, and if people don't like it, or I do, you know, what I think is best for me and my friends and family. If people don't like it, it is what it is. But, you know, I still have to grow and develop. I think I've gotten better. I've been trying. So, yeah, I think I will. I hope I will continue to get better and continue to become more of a man, because a lot of times I still feel like a boy. A scared boy who wants everybody to be okay and everybody to be happy, but that's not how it always is. So anyway, it'll get better, and it has gotten a lot better. I mean, it's better than when I was a teenager, that's for sure. When I was a teenager, oof, I was a lot more cowardly, but it's getting better. So anyway, I think that's all I want to talk about today. I have some ideas for some more videos. Maybe make one tomorrow or some other time this week if I have time, but if not, I'll make it whenever I have time. But yeah, anyway, I think that's it for today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.